24th of March, 2022. Talk to you a little bit about what's going on in the world today. Our storms the other night, they come through. Wasn't that bad here in my area. We wound up with around 2 to 3 inches of rain, depending on the area. So it didn't get real bad. The wind got up, so no tornadoes in my area. I saw where New Orleans had a tornado go through it. I think that's one of the first times I've ever seen that happen. I'm not sure, though. I'm sure it's happened in the past, but it's the first time I've seen it. We'll get caught up on what's going on. We're still trying to get pulled into a no-fly zone over there in Ukraine. Everybody's pushing for a no-fly zone. And I don't think people understand what that means if we do a no-fly zone. That means we're going to shoot down anything in the air over there, which automatically brings us into World War III. Whether you want to admit it or not, that would drag us into war. Still haven't seen Putin do anything about the us sending drones or his deadline. I haven't seen anything picked up from that either. It's kind of like he's sitting back playing possum, trying to draw everybody in close and then going to pounce and hit. The U.S. dollar, the petrodollar, they're still up in there on that one. The way it's looking, that may go away before long. You've got Russia wanting everybody that buys, energy from them to pay in the ruble. And that caused the natural gas over in Europe to shoot up, I'm wanting to say 34%, maybe more, but you got to remember that's 34% more that had already been up from the start of the war. So, it's probably went up 60, 70% total maybe since the start of the year. Guys, we're just, every day it's something different. We're getting drug into this one way or another. We're sanctioning China, or technically the rich people in China, from what I understand. China wants us to take it off, but we haven't done it yet. Biden today is supposed to announce more sanctions on Russia. I mean, guys, it's looking more and more like we're going to get drawn into this pretty quickly. I've said before that it doesn't make sense over there in Ukraine. When Putin first invaded, he went in as a peacekeeping corps. Pretty much what he was saying. He was going into the Donbass region, which is a region that has been fighting since 2014 and before, but 2014 to now. I haven't seen him still move past the river in Ukraine. He's still in eastern Ukraine. Of course, they're saying that they've got troops on the outside of the capital in Ukraine, but we're not seeing nothing about that. I haven't seen them put nothing on TV about the troops being over there, except for being told that's where they are. Personally, I haven't seen it. Every day they'll launch a rocket or something into Ukraine, according to the news, but we're not seeing any major battles over there. Now, I'm not saying what's not going on over, in cities isn't that bad, but 150,000 troops to 200,000 troops is what he had on the border. We would be seeing major ground battles, you would think. You would think we would. Instead, we're seeing artillery strikes, missile strikes, things like that. Their Air Force still hasn't come full on online over there. So there's something strange about this war over. I've been saying it the whole time. A lot of you agree that something's not right with it. But I've always thought that this is going to be our step to the global reset. I mean, we got our president talking about new world orders, and the United States better be, the leaders of it. Guys, I went to the store today in Georgia. From what my understanding, they dropped their gas tax off of it, but the gas was still $4.09 over there. Now, where I live here in Alabama, it's $3.89. We live maybe a few miles from the state line in Georgia. And I got to thinking, how are they still charging $4.09 with the state tax come off? That's confusing to me too. That could lean into the price gouging. I mean, who knows, right? My area out here, you'll see that a lot. I can remember back when 9/11 happened, all the stores all of a sudden started shooting their gas up, as high as they could get it to get as much as they could get. A gas station doesn't make a lot of money off the fuel they sell. I would be surprised if it's over 5 to 10 cents a gallon. But our gas is holding steady. We'll just call it $3.80 to $4.10, somewhere in that region. Diesel's $4 to $5 a gallon. They condition us. Now we're wishing gas would go back down to $3 a gallon. That's all this is mind games. It gets up to $5, they'll be saying, people will sit around and say, I wish it would go back to $4. They've got us where they want us. They know you got to have it. I said when all this started, when the gas started shooting up, I talked to a bunch of people, and I asked them, I said, what's your cutoff point of not buying gas? At what price do you say I'm not buying it no more? The answer I got repeatedly was, I got to have it. I ain't walking. And they know that. They know they could charge us $10 a gallon of gas and people would still buy it. They would complain, but they would buy it. Guys, we're heading into something big here. I mean, we're going to have crop shortages. And the farmers that are out here buying the fertilizer and stuff, you know, they're going to pay the price to grow their crops. But it's going to hit you. A farmer doesn't work on much of a profit margin either. I grew up around sawmills, logging, and all that kind of stuff, and I can remember hearing, you know, my grandpa, my uncles, and all them. I worked in it when I was a teenager up till it closed and when I was 19, 20 years old. But they worked on a 3% profit margin. That was their profit margin for a year, was 3%. You look at the price of lumber and everything now. These loggers aren't making that money. The sawmillers, they're not making that money. It's the retail side that's making the money, making the profit. Here in our area, Georgia Pacific, it's the big powerhouse, you know, in the logging industry. But got off point a little bit, but I just wanted to let y'all know that your gas stations and all that, they're not making a fortune like a lot of us think they are. They only get so much a gallon, and it's not very much. And they've conditioned us. The government has conditioned us now. If they shoot it up to $8 next week, people will complain, but they'll buy it, and they know that. Get back over into Russia. It's not making sense over in Ukraine and Russia at all. You got Biden supposed to be over there, and I think Poland, and you know they're talking about he's going to announce some more sanctions on Russia. Guys, get out there and get prepared the best you can. I know in my area spring break's coming up. Put $100 and go buy you. Like we got stores around here that's got canned foods 2 for $1. Go buy you $50 worth of canned foods. That's 100 cans at 2 for $1. Do 100, that's 200 cans. It's getting to the point where you're gonna have to start stocking up on some stuff. I'm not saying go out and panic buy. I'm saying make sure you got enough food. I prefer you to have enough for a year, but at least make sure you got enough food for 30 days to 90 days if you can't get to the store or the stores start running out, which I think is going to happen pretty soon. Excuse me, my voice is a little scratchy today. But you get it prepared the best you can. Everything is shooting up in price. Get it while you can get it. Stuff's still readily available. It's just going to cost you more than what it would have last year or the year before that or the year before that. We used to see price go up slowly. Now it's just skyrocketing when it goes up. You go to the grocery store and you look, everything in that store's went up at least 30%. Some of it's went up higher. We're not even going to talk about meat because we know the price of meat right now. But guys, get out there and get what you can. I hope everybody's having a good day. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Please like or dislike the video. Doesn't matter to me. Comment below and let me know what your thoughts is on all this. What's your thoughts on, are we going to do a no-fly zone? You know, are we going to sanction China more? Is China going to come back against us with something? You know, let me know your thoughts on this. But everybody have a good day. Everybody stay safe. And if you are prepared, keep stacking. And if you're not prepared, start stacking groceries, guys. It's getting to that point. Everybody have a good day.